Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to this wonderful both podcast. The Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, has said Nigeria will be a united country forever, that can bring, nobody can divide the country, and secession would never work in the country. He said this afternoon when the INEC declared the candidates of the APC, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, as the winner of the of the of the Ondo State gubernatorial election. And he also boasted, he said APC will rule the country for over 50 years. Now, my take is the the Nigerian politicians are taking Nigerians for a ride and for a fool. Who are those coming online to abuse APC? That the APC government have failed Nigerians, that the APC government have made their life worse off, that the APC government have made their life so miserable that they can no longer feed. Yet who are those casting their votes for this same APC in which they've condemned? You see some people coming out to say APC is that, APC has done worse off, APC is worse, APC cannot provide us with good infrastructures, cannot provide dividends of democracy to Nigerians. Yet, on the day of the election, I don't know if these people stand to vote APC, or if APC manipulates the election, or if they give money to these people so as for them to sell their votes. One thing is that the Senate president need to understand that their days are numbered in office. Their days are numbered in office, because most persons cannot continue like this and will never continue in this one Nigeria, in this deceitful one Nigeria of the rich, one Nigeria that is making the political class to be rich, and then the political class in return have impoverished the middle class. In Nigeria of today, there is no middle class and there is no average class. Once you are rich, you are rich. If you are poor, you are poor. So for Akpabio to come and tell Nigerians that nobody can divide Nigerians, that Nigeria will remain united till their kingdom come. Mr. Senate President, at this junction, you've gotten it wrong. Nigeria as a nation will never be united till their kingdom come. The political class can be united, but the average man on the streets, in which you've impoverished them, you've made hunger a trademark in the current day Nigeria, the average man on the street will never be united. They will never be united because of the propaganda and the lies the government sell out to the people. And that is why of today we've seen the likes of Sunday Igboho, who has come out to say that this one Nigeria is not working. That the one Nigeria is not working, and then it will never work. And also we've seen the likes of nnamdikanu coming out to say that we should put an end to this fraudulent one Nigeria. One Nigeria that you deliberately keep the people in poverty, so that whenever there is election, you roll out money to deceive the people. We saw it in the just concluded Edo election and the Ondo State election, where they were giving out money, 2,000 naira, for you to cast your votes. And once you are done voting for their party, they will they will they will transfer the money into your account. What an arrant nonsense. If the people don't stand up at this time and fight for themselves, we will remain an errand boys and girls in this country. And let's not forget, the Senate president has once said that when they intend to be protest, he said the people can go and protest, that they will be watching and they'll be eating in their own house. How much is the salary of senators? These guys are living a luxury life. These guys are living extravagant life. Yet, in return, they tend to what? Impoverish the people. The slogan yesterday in Ondo State was Dibo Kosebe. What does that simply mean? It means cast your votes and cook soup. So if these people does not vote, they will not cook soup. The political class have so comfortably look as diverse a means to make sure that every Nigerians remain poor. If you are not part of the system, you don't get contract from system, my brother, you are poor. And some persons will say 2027 they will still vote for APC just because of the stipend these people collect from government. For how long can you continue to deceive yourself? Look at the current situation of the country. Nobody is happy. Poverty, unemployment, inflation, yet the politicians are living a very luxury life. If not so, the Senate president would not come out to say that the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable and that APC will rule for more than 50 years. PDP said the same thing, that they will rule for 50 years. But today, where is PDP? PDP is nowhere to be found. PDP is now an opposition in Nigeria. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu remove subsidy, he said that the money of subsidy would be channeled to build schools, hospitals, infrastructures, good roads. But today, where are the roads the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised Nigerians? Where is the road? All what Nigerians get or hear today is that have patience, it will be better. We should have patience when the budget, the 2025 proposed budget is about 49 trillion. And that money, how would that budget have impact on the people you claim you are governing? The money will still be shared among the selfish leaders. The money will still be shared among people who has made Nigerian stagnant, because there is no progress in Nigeria. For you to be thriving well in Nigeria, it is either you are a politician or you are a fraudster. Salary earners are not smiling in the country, not at all. And that is why these people tend to use us as footballs, play us. When it's time for election, they will dole out the money just to entice the what electorate. I can beat my chest that any election that will be conducted under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, opposition will not win. Off-season election, no opposition will win. We've seen Edo State being won by APC. Now, Ondo State, I think the next one will be Osun State. Let's watch and see. And even the Nigerians too, they are the problem of themselves. You sell your rights because of Gary, because of two dedica of rice. Now, when government now comes out with a policy that is not favorable to you, you come online and start raining costs on the government when you sold your rights. If not so, will a character like Akapbio come out to say that APC will rule for more than 50 years? A party that less than 2 years in office, Nigerians are dying of starvation. Nigerians are dying on a daily basis. Nigerians are dying of hunger because there's no what economic growth in the country, and the president himself does not have plans. Their plans is to just loot the country. They don't have plans, because if really this government have plans, despite the outcry of Nigerians shouting that there is hunger in the land, the government of the day would have set up a credible economic team to address the economic challenges in the country. But yet, the government and the governor is planning to renovate the house of the vice president here in Lagos. And let's not forget that the office of the vice president, Kashim Shettima, was renovated early this year. That is in Abuja. The presidential lodge of the vice president here in Lagos would also be renovated. And that was captured in the 2025 budget. Next year, the senators will get a new private jet, a new car, Hilux, will be given to 109 senators. And then new cars, Hilux, will be given to 365 House of Assembly members. And now, the Senate President has come out to say that the unity of Nigeria would never be negotiated. Why won't he say that? Because he's benefiting from the one Nigeria. I think it is high time the people, Nigerians, stand up. Nigerians just wake up. If you are sleeping, because I am a Nigerian myself too, we should join the likes of Sunday Igboho, nnamdikanu, and let everybody just, and let's divide this country. Because these people will go on and on and on to keep Nigeria poor, to keep Nigeria stagnant. If you are not in their caucus, nothing for you. The cabals knows who they want. That is why you see that Nigerians have lost interest in the electoral process. Just before the election, 2 days before to the Ondo State election, INEC were begging the people of Ondo, please come out and vote. INEC chairman Mohammed Yakubu said it himself that Ondo election will be better off than that of Edo State, and yet it's still the same thing. We saw where vote buying, money where highest bidder as the day. Money was just exchanging hand. Why the people would always rush to get the money? Because they are poor. And that is one of the logic of politicians. Keep them in poverty. Let them remain poor. So that when it's time for the election, or when it's time for the electoral season, they roll out money into the economy. Start dishing out lies to people that want to buy the lies. The governor of Ondo State last week just announced salary increase in his state to 80,000 naira, just because he wants to get the people's votes. Even the federal government that announced 70,000 minimum wage has not started paying. Since May, that President Tinubu announced that all federal civil servants will start to earn 70,000 minimum wage. Till date, no federal civil servants has collected new minimum wage. Government of lies, government of propaganda, government of deceit. And the people too, we ourselves, we are deceiving ourselves. Until we come out, we shun their money. That we tell them that to hell with your money. If they tend to bribe you, that is when the people will wake. That is when the politicians will wake up and say, these people have not come to their senses. If not so, my brothers and sisters, they will continue to use our head to play volleyball in one Nigeria. That is why they are doing everything possible to keep Nigeria united. Anybody that speaks of Nigerian division, the way DSS will go after that person, because the one Nigeria is now their public assets, where they dip hand into the public coffers and loot. The one Nigeria of today belongs to the people that owns the country. Whenever they want to loot, they loot. These men owns every strata of the economy. They are in the judiciary. They have influence in the judiciary. They have influence all over the nooks and crannies of the country. And then that is why they are pushing everything possible that the one Nigeria would remain. But my advice to the Senate President is that the Senate President should remember that he will not be Senate President forever. And whatever a man reap, that he will sow. You can continue to keep Nigerians under poverty and in hardship. I know one day we will stand up against our oppressor. We will stand up. Nigerians will stand up and face these people. How many are they? These people that has impoverished over 250 million Nigerians, that has deprived Nigerians of their commonwealth. I believe one day we would stand up and face them eyeball to eyeball. Let the lawmakers, let our leaders borrow a leaf from the Arab Spring. And what happened in Kenya? When the people were tired, when they were forced to the war, the people revolt. And that is why the Senate President is here blabbing his mouth, saying that the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. And APC will continue APC will rule for more than 50 years. In the first place, did APC win the election? Did APC win the election? Was the election not rigged? Was it not by selection? The people are the preferred candidates in the just concluded general election. But did the candidate win? One day, monkey go market, e no go come back again. A graduate has littered the streets of Nigeria in search of job, and yet the government is not doing anything possible to address that. What they sit and discuss is that one Nigeria is not negotiable, and that APC will rule for more than 50 years. When the time is near, the people will stand up against the oppressors, no matter what it takes. We will stand up and fight for the country, or rather, let every region go their separate way, because the one Nigeria is only for the political elites, for those who have made Nigerians stagnant. Thank you. You can subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Thank you, and keep it with us.